Hello everyone, my name is Fira. Welcome back to my channel. So, I am a student at UC Berkeley, officially an astrophysics major now, and I'll be going into my third year. So right now I am preparing for the fall 2021 semester as summer is coming to an end, and this semester will be in person, which I'm very excited about. So I thought, why not take you through the process of what I like to do as I prepare mentally, emotionally for the new semester. So yes, that's the video you're gonna be watching today. So the first thing that I like to do is to adjust my routine and planning my schedule. So I decided to do this because I realized that next semester I'm gonna have a lot of responsibilities in addition to like classes and schoolwork, and I've just been growing very antsy and like restless thinking about them. And you know me, planning really helps me feel less overwhelmed. So this was the first step that I made sure to do. To get us started, let's take a look at our schedule for the coming semester. So go ahead and print it, transfer it to a piece of paper or your calendar, whatever you like, and then pay attention to when your classes are, where your classes will be, whether they are in person or online, and this will help us adjust our schedule. Then let's think about some of your responsibilities other than classes. The responsibilities that you absolutely have to do will be your non-negotiables. So like responsibilities that you know you're gonna have, like work, student organizations that you're a part of, things like that. And in my case, this would be working on my part-time job and on my research internship. I have to do these, I can't quit these, I don't want to, and I can't afford to work any less. Like I have a certain amount of hours, and so they're my non-negotiables. So think about what your non-negotiables might be. After we figured out these responsibilities, you can include them in your schedule. You can also think about if you would rather divide up the work into smaller chunks, or if you'd rather spend like a bigger chunk of time and finish more work in one sitting. Now before we go any further, let's not just talk about our responsibilities, let's also talk about keeping yourself sane, which means setting boundaries between work time and rest time. Because the key to being as productive and as effective as you can be is not to work all the time, but to know when to deep work and to deep rest. So let's go back to our schedule and think about what would be the best time for you to schedule like meal times and break times. If you want, you can also schedule in time to meal prep, have a morning routine, a night routine, and this will also help you figure out what time you would like to wake up every day, which will then can help you think about what time you would like to stop working every day so that you can have time to wind down and rest so that you can get to bed on time. Now, at this point, if you're starting to feel a little overwhelmed, that's okay. Just take a step back. And you know what? It's not an instant process. You can really take your time to really think through how you would like to spend your days and how you want your days to look like. And normally, obviously, as the semester starts and you start going through your classes and your responsibilities, your schedule might change and not everything is going to unfold the way you want it to. And that's okay, that's normal, that's life. We can just adapt our schedule and move on. Personally, I just like planning ahead like this because it really helps me to like mentally prepare for the workload that I'm going to commit to, and so that I have like an idea of how my days will look like so that I don't feel as scattered once the semester starts. Once you've somewhat finished putting together your schedule with all your responsibilities, classes, meal times, break times, all of that, we can then gauge how much time you have left, or perhaps the lack of time that you have left. And in the case of the latter, then I would suggest maybe revisiting some of your responsibilities. Maybe some of them aren't actually non-negotiables, and maybe some of them would be better for you to delegate to others or to let go. Again, you don't want to overwork yourself. But in the case of the former, then great! It means that you have some extra time that maybe you can use to work on your hobbies, join a new student club, cook, or maybe you can just leave them blank and have some extra free time, because why not? Alright, so the next thing that I'm gonna do is to prepare my tools, which includes planners, Notion, binders, stationaries, all the good stuff. Oh, and I actually got into bullet journaling recently, and this is the bullet journal that I have right now. So I'll be using these together with my Notion to navigate around my workload. I'm also organizing my binder, taking out old notes and putting in new, fresh papers. Also organizing my stationeries and school bag because we actually need to leave our rooms this time round and we need to have our essentials ready to go. You can also take this time to look at the syllabi for all of your classes and take a look through it, read through them, and see if you need to get any materials, any textbooks, any readings, just other things that you need to prepare, because it's really nice to just have these ready as early as possible so that you are good to go once the semester starts. One thing that I also like to do is to figure out my support system for the semester. I definitely learned the hard way that school is really tough on you, be it mentally, emotionally, and sometimes even it can manifest physically, which is why I think that it's super important to think about how you're gonna take care of yourself throughout the semester. This is why earlier I made sure to schedule meal times and break times so that I can at least have a relatively healthy lifestyle. And I think it's also helpful to think about what sort of healthy habits that you can do to help make you feel better. For example, for me, I find that making time to pray and do like a quick yoga session every morning helps really set the tone for the rest of my day. Additionally, this habit that I've been building is to spend like around 10 minutes every night just journaling about how my day went and just check in with myself to see if anything's bothering me, how's my mental and emotional state that day, and it's just been like immensely helpful for my overall well-being. For you, it could be anything. Maybe it's working out, maybe it's spending time with the people that you love, maybe it's reading, watering your plants, spending time in nature, anything, whatever it is, make sure that you schedule in time to do that as much as possible, because boy, oh boy, when the semester gets rough, sometimes it really is like the little things like this that can really keep yourself going. So spend some time figuring out your support system. It's also worth to look into like mental health resources that your school might have, or like other services that you can find elsewhere, just so that you know when you have like a rough day and you need some extra support, you know where to go. So yeah, that's pretty much an overview of what I'm doing to prepare for the fall 2021 semester. I hope some of these were helpful. Let me know down below if you're having fall 2021 in person or online. But regardless, I'm hoping that all of you are safe, healthy, and happy. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye!